everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you for joining me here on another episode in Allie's Treasure Trove. Today we do have our second ever Funko Versus episode, and as you can see, it is Yu-Gi-Oh themed. But I do have this ArtFX-J Kotobukiya statue of Yami Marik and my recently acquired limited edition Toy Temple exclusive Yami Marik to take a look at today. So we're just going to compare them. I mean, obviously they're completely two different types of collectibles, but Funko Versus is just for fun to check out two different collectibles of the same character. And since I have both Yami Mariks here with me today, that is what we're doing. But I have been waiting for this one for a while. I remember when it was first announced, I was a bit surprised. I had never actually heard of Toy Temple before, but as you can see, the Funko Pop did come in great shape. It was actually required in shipping to pay a little bit extra for the plastic pop protector. I'm not a fan of the plastic ones. I feel like they don't really do much. Obviously, if I dropped it, it might help a little bit, but I really don't believe in these. So I'll probably, I don't know, might sound like heresy. I'll probably just go ahead and recycle this one. I really don't want it, and I'll go ahead and eventually get him a official pop protector, the thick plastic ones, because that's what I keep all of mine in. I have no thin plastic ones. Actually, I might keep it for shipping, but otherwise, I think I have sold some pops and put them in them for shipping, because I know some people really do like the not thick plastic ones. Other ones I've just recycled. I don't care too much for that. But, I mean, I think after everything said and done, it came out to about 25 bucks shipped, so really not too big of a deal, especially since I think the figure itself was $19.99. Not sure why it was a bit more expensive, but it is cool looking. We'll see if it's worth the price momentarily as we get into it. A little more information also here. Kotobukiya ArtFX-J. I've opened up a lot of these before. I'll go ahead and link the playlist up there. Kotobukiya Before You Buys. Mostly we've been looking at these ArtFX-J Yu-Gi-Oh statues, because some of them are set for re-release. I'll be giving you guys more information on if this figure is for re-release next year or not when we unbox this one. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the Toy Temple, because I really want to take a closer look at it. Of course, Yami Marik has massive hair just like me right now, so unfortunately it is a bit hard to see all of his details on the figure just by looking at him through the window of the box. Let me go ahead and switch places here. Now we have Yami Marik full screen here, like I was saying, limited edition Toy Temple. I'm going to go ahead and put the product listing information right here on screen. Also link to that URL is in the description down below. It does show that it is sold out at the moment. Originally was $19.99, but there's a place in the website to put your information if you want to be alerted if it comes back in stock, so that is why I'm linking that for you guys. But did get it from Toy Temple. As I mentioned, not a company I had heard of before, but I'm pleasantly surprised that obviously it was not a scam, not a fake Funko Pop. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So I'm going to go and I guess pop this open. I'll use tiny knife, pop that open here. Like I said, not a fan of these pop protectors. Some of you guys, like I was saying, might be like, heresy, Allie, heresy, how could you say that? Not for me. If it works for other people, not my thing. I like the hard stacks. But all right, so let's take a look at the box here. Yami Marik, of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh logo. So I hope this implies that we are getting a 6-inch winged dragon of Ra at some point. We do have Slifer, we do have Obelisk. Also have, as you can see here, the 6-inch Exodia. So that would be a wonderful addition to our collection. Also, if we're going with the Battle City theme, it'd be great to have a My Valentine added, have Ishizu Ishtar, also have, obviously, you would want Bakura, Yami Bakura as well to match the Yami Marik. That would be cool. Regular Marik. There's lots of different characters they can make with the Yu-Gi-Oh line. I'd love for the Funko also to eventually expand into other Yu-Gi-Oh series besides the original GX 5Ds. For my personal preference, I mean, they could stop there. I'm sure other Yu-Gi-Oh fans would want them to continue Zexal and beyond, but I'm good with up through 5Ds. That would be my personal preference. Alright, so the box is in good shape, did arrive safely. Whether that is the result of the pop protector or not, cannot say. But just for my personal peace of mind, I'm going to go ahead and open from the bottom. Pop this open. Oh no, I'm ruining the near mintness of the Funko Pop. Alright, if you pop open Funkos with a flat edge, you don't get any damage. That was not by me, that was already there. But obviously it's usually $10 figure. Not going to be the most absolute gem mint PSA 10 BGS black label thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So that's not a big deal. Obviously it's on the inside. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and take this out. Of course, it does have the Millennium Eye symbol on, or the Millennium Rod symbol. Well, Millennium Eye looking, but not the actual item of the artifact of the Millennium Eye, but that there on his forehead. Does include him holding the Millennium Rod, some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which unfortunately looks like one is a little bit misshapen there. The dual disc, which actually has a really nice paint application, very impressed with that. Of course, Marik's earrings, because Marik is extra, and his outfit, cape, because Marik is, like I said, extra. Marik is extra. Massive amounts of hair. Very cool hair sculpt here. I did notice earlier when I was checking out, it does seem like there's a little bit of extra plastic there. Let me see if actually I can remove that. Looks like a little paint blob. All right, I was right. So it did come out. Very cool, because that was bothering me a bit in the box. But otherwise, aside from, you know, very fine details, it's hard to get something like that. Not sure if that's just from heat or a little just, I don't know. But that is just there. That's the only kind of issue I could find here. But otherwise, very nice looking figure. Definitely very pleased to have this in my collection. Would not pass on it. Definitely would say worth $19.99 plus $5 shipping. Not sure how much it's going for on eBay. Perhaps if I remember, because I feel like a lot of these times I say, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to insert this logo on screen. Do that. I forget. And then I see it as soon as I'm finished exporting the video, usually on the long ones, aka did this on the tree video. Took like an hour to export. I was watching through it just to see when I had did the little thing for like, oh, pointing into the corner, like how I did earlier with the playlist. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put AnimeFix's logo on screen here. And then I didn't do it. And I was like, oh, cool. Now I have to go do that again. That's fun. So if I remember, I'll go ahead and put that eBay information on screen. But like I said, there is a place on the website. No guarantees that they'll restock. But if they do, you can receive an email when it is available. But very cool here. Big fan of this Yami Marik. Now, it does seem like he might have some issues. I was just going to say, because of all the hair, I wonder if he can stand up on his own. There is no stand. Sometimes they come with stands. Me personally, I prefer to display my Funko Pops in box. So the fact that he doesn't actually stand up, I think deserves to go in the negative column anyways, although it doesn't affect me whatsoever. Because I'll just have my little Yu-Gi-Oh wall. Plus, just it helps not get dusty. Your Pops can't get dusty if they're in the box. Because this would be, if you don't keep up with this, this would be a very nice safe haven for dust in there. Pro tip, put everything in display cases. That's Allie's pro tip. A very cool figure. I really like it. Like I said, unfortunate that it doesn't stand up. That is probably a big negative, especially for a lot of out-of-box collectors. Otherwise, very nice figure. Very pleased with the packaging. The website was also very easy to use. Like I said, never heard of him before. Definitely a good first impression. Would not worry about ordering from Toy Temple again. Let me go ahead and stick Yami Marik back into the box. And then we will get into that Kotobukiya ArtFX-J statue. There we go. Set him. Switch places. Set him right behind. Switch places with our big boy here. As I was saying, 1/7 scale figure here. I did pick this one up from AnimeFix. Let me remember to put their logo on screen right there. That is the local anime shop here in Pinellas Park. Well, here in Pinellas County, Florida. Shops in Pinellas Park. I'm from St. Pete. They are on Central Avenue in St. Pete. So, very close to both locations. Both my house and the shop. But I did pick this up from AnimeFix. Not quite certain how many years ago it was. Only copyright date I could see here is the 1996 for Kazuki Takahashi for the actual Yu-Gi-Oh series. But I think the base does say copyright date. Now this does come with a base, so he should have absolutely no problem standing up. Of course, does have the alternate faceplate, which we will switch out. Very, very cocky pose here. The dual disc, and it does come with, as you can see, maybe down there. Does come with the Millennium Rod. Now this did retail, I believe. Actually, let me not even mess up my information. I have the window open. This did retail for $84.99 and is currently set for re-release in March of 2021. I'll put that information from the Koto US website there, or you can always contact any, I think, shop that carries Diamond, perhaps. I know, even interestingly enough, at Titan Cards, I saw some of the Yu-Gi-Oh statues show up for pre-order with Southern Hobby. So if it's a collectible store, you might want to go ahead and ask, see if they could go ahead and order it. Or, of course, you can order it yourself. But I do recommend, if you can, if you're local, go drop by AnimeFix, have Bobby order one. Bobby's the owner. Shop local, shop small. Amazon gets enough money, you know what I'm saying. But that information should have popped up on screen there. If not, yell at me in the comment section. But alrighty, we're going to go ahead and open up Yami Marik here. Going to open it from the bottom, because this is one of my mintiest boxes. He is a very tall boy as well. So this is the bottom of the box. Very, very long, as you guys can see. Doesn't even fit all the way on screen. This is humongous. Sometimes the camera setup works out perfectly. Sometimes it doesn't. But we're just investigating the bottom of the box here. There's the UPC and the JAN codes. Hey, focus up here. Alright, it doesn't want to investigate the box. That's okay. I'll just go ahead and open this on up. After years of being sealed, Yami Marik has been freed. literally and figuratively, I guess. The evil has popped out. But alrighty. Ooh, there is a gorgeous orange in the backdrop here. Funkos don't really have backgrounds, Funko Pops. You know, some people get frustrated when you refer to them as Funkos because there's a lot of different Funko, not necessarily properties, but different creations. There's vinyls, there's Dorbs, there's Hikaris, there's mystery minis, there's all different kinds of stuff. So Funko Pops don't have cool backgrounds, whereas these Kotobukiya ones do. The last one we checked out on the channel was the Pharaoh. Did have a gold background. This one here has a gorgeous orange. So that to me is nice for display, especially in the box, but not nothing that particularly adds or detracts from the figure. I really like it, but I don't think that's enough to be put into the positive column. But all right, so what we have so far, this one stands. The Funko Pop doesn't. The Funko Pop is cheaper, however, depending on what that secondary market price was, than this one. But this one is larger and has adjustable parts. That's basically the whole comparison here. I'm already done. I can put them away, except for the fact I haven't opened them up yet. But all right, is there tape on the side? Looks like there is, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that here. Is there more this way? Yep, there looks like there's some up top here as well. All right, is there on this side? Doesn't seem like it. All right, we are good to go. Let's pop open Yami Marik here. Actually, there is an instruction booklet at the bottom that is taped half on the top, half on the bottom, so I need to go ahead and cut that. All right, now we are good to open him up. Alrighty. It's been so long since I've done a Funko Versus, I'm like half like confused on to what to talk about. But alrighty, we do have, let's open up. Alrighty. Do have the little Millennium Rod. Adorable, tiny little evil device here, Millennium Rod. Do have the alternate arm, where he can hold his cards in his hand. He can hold his current hand. With the 4,000 life points, as was common in the original series. Started off at 2,000, went to 4,000. Now I believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Still played with 8,000. There are the excess cards. As I mentioned, every time I open up a Yu-Gi-Oh! Figure that does have those cards, make sure, if you're going to have the cards on display, that they are encased somewhere where your pets either can't get to them or just actually in a glass display case. Because if they fall, which has happened to me before, into a pit of stuffed animals underneath my shelf, they are very difficult to find. So just be careful and make note of that. All right, let's take Marik out. Seems like some of this plastic's holding on to him. And then we do have the alternate faceplate where he sticks out his tongue and is being gross in general. Let me go ahead and take him out of the bag. Perhaps it'd be easier to focus on that if he was not all bagged up. All right. A lot of detail there on that small face part. Does have like we saw on the Funko Pop, the eye there. Let me go ahead and move. Don't really necessarily need this quite at the moment. Set this off to the behind side. And let's take a look here. Very awesome. This is definitely one of my favorite statues. Very awesome sculpt. I love the colors. Also helps that I'm a big Marik fan in general. Do love that Marik, regular Marik Ishtar with the back piece that you could see his scars. But this one, just the hair looks amazing in my opinion. Of course, just like the Funko Pop, has his earrings, has his cape, has the chain for the cape. Actually, one thing that was hard for me to tell, he does have in the art, does also have the jewelry on the Funko Pop. Unfortunately, the one arm, he didn't have it because it is covered up by the dual disc. But of course, you can see his gold jewelry here. And all right, looks like I actually probably have to take off the headpiece in order to, yep, look, head pops right off, so we can take a closer look at his head and his face. All the hair. Again, very prone to dust up there in those little crevices. I say this because I do actually have a Kotobukiya Bishojo statue that is open. I have the Storm. All right, so I'm trying to actually probably want to look at that instruction booklet. Not quite sure how to peel his hair off. It wasn't very self-explanatory. It does look like his hair should just pop off from the top. Let's hope I don't ruin anything here. I do see on the back of the head where the back piece pops off. But all right, yes, I will look at the instruction booklet. Kotobukiya Storm Bishojo. that has like a water swirl at the bottom that has unfortunately gotten pretty dusty, and I can't really get it off. Alrighty, so the cape does come off. Cape has wonderful shading on the inside. Actually matches the playmat almost exactly color-wise on the camera right now. Very cool shading. Look, it can be, you can have it cosplay as like a Doctor Strange cape because it stands on its own. Alright, let me go ahead and take this plastic off. And we can look at the body. It's quite the body here. Very interesting fingers as well. With, of course, you can see all his little nails as well. Well done nails. As we said, Marik is extra. Marik has nice manicured nails. Very muscular torso. This sounds like a video I'm just simping over Marik, which is necessarily not necessarily untrue. It's a very nice body. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, my heart lies with Kai, but not opposed. Alright, let's go ahead and put the dual disc on. Let's not have an Allie weird time. Alright, we've switched out. We've put the dual disc. I do appreciate that the jewelry is under the dual disc as well. Let's put his torso back on. Put the cape back on. Actually, does the cape fit with the dual disc on? It does. I was wondering if perhaps on the back there, if there'd be enough room, but there is. Also, let's check the copyright date on the bottom. Alright, just has the 1996. Not helpful. Alright, but actually, let's take this cape back off. Let's look at the base again. Rocky base. A lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters do have rocky bases. Keeps them all kind of coherent amongst each other. That is cool. And then I'll go fish out that book. And we'll switch the face. And then we'll just take a full look at him again. Alright, his, this is the card hand. So I will put the Millennium Rod on afterwards. Let me go ahead and fish out this instruction booklet, and then we'll get back to business. Alright, so I'm in love with my fancy speed up effect. Actually, it looks like you could pull the whole top segment of his head. Ah, you don't want to pull on this part. You don't want to pull on his bangs. You want to just pull up the whole top part, which makes sense. Alright, there's been a lot of speed up going on. I'm struggling because everywhere I grab is pointy, so I don't want to press on it too much because A, it hurts, B, I don't want to break anything. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and if I can't get there, then I'll give up shortly. Aha! There we go! That was way too difficult. Alright, and then it just pops out there. Alright, cool. Let's put on the crazy face. The thing is I'm going to have to switch this back because I don't want him to have the crazy face. We're just looking. Alright, so that is a very interesting way for his hair to go in. Like I said, was very pointy. I think also I might have been grabbing the wrong piece on one of the sides. I think I was grabbing the wrong piece on the left side, which would explain why it was having such a hard time. Alright, I've popped in Crazy Face Marik here. Go ahead and pop on his head. Then also, I don't actually have to switch the hands to put the Millennium Rod in, because Marik does. Put the Millennium Rod close to his butt. There's a little belt loop. Get in there. Makes sense, obviously. I mean, he did grow up living in a cave. Alright, is this too inappropriate if I just make jokes about how Marik wants to put stuff up his butt? Maybe. Quite repressed. What a repressed soul. First instance he gets, he puts something up his butt. Alright, anyways. Let's keep going here. Alright, it did actually recommend, I think, to take the arm off. Alright, Marik, you are super extra. You're very needy. Alright, actually I just didn't... Alright. There we go. Nailed it. Okay. we are good. Here's Marik all decked out with all his crazy accessories here. Very cool looking figure. I do love that Kotobukiya gives you options with the ArtFX-J statues to interchange parts. Like, you were able to do different things with the Pharaoh. We saw different things with Marik. A regular Marik Ishtar has where you can see his whole back with all the scars, which is very cool. And I really love these figures. These are awesome figures. I really hope that Kotobukiya does add to their ArtFX-J line. But otherwise, I'm going to actually go ahead and put Marik back together the way he was meant to be, in my opinion. I do like the other look better. I would probably display him with the Millennium Rod. Might keep the hands. I might change the hands every so often, but I would keep the original face just because this is more pleasant to look at than the tongue-out face, even though it is quite comical. That would be my preference. Let me go ahead and put him back together as normal, and then I'll be back here with my final thoughts on these two figures slash statues slash collectibles. All right, so we are here for our end of video. Just a little recap on my thoughts here and just a quick once over on these two different collectibles once again. Really do love the Kotobukiya ArtFX-J line in general. This figure, like I was mentioning earlier, is one of my favorites. Definitely give this one a 10 out of 10 for the different parts. Although I struggled with the hairpiece, could just been because it was old. It was just, of course, the first time I'd open it, also the first time it had been removed. Much easier to change out his faces once doing it the second time. So definitely no complaints there. Very cool parts, very cool paint job. As always, wonderful sculpt. Also, big shout out to Funko on the sculpt here for this Yami Marik. There's a lot of details. I was wondering if they'd be able to squeeze it in. But we have the eye, we have the rod, we have the dual disc, we have the cards, we have the jewelry, the earrings, all of it. The cape looks wonderful. There was only that one little issue there on those cards here. That would just be the difference of perhaps picking it up in person at the Toy Temple store, comparing a couple and being like, oh, the paint on this one's better than the other. Not going to hold it against the figure. One disappointing thing about this Funko Pop here, it does not stand up. That could just be this one in general. However, like I was concerned, which is why I did the stand-up test, that big of a head is going to have a lot of weight. If yours does not fall over yet, his legs might bend in the future and might not stand up very well in times to come. So I would recommend keeping him in box. But of course, the art is very awesome. There's a very nicely placed sticker as well. So definitely a very cool display box. No qualms about that, in my personal opinion. But that will do it here for our second ever episode of Funko Versus. Obviously, two completely different things. The goal here is not to trash one or the other. I did start off this series comparing Funkos to Nendroids, which I know is a touchy topic for a lot of Funko collectors. I've seen memes that are nice. I've seen memes that are actually serious of how the two different collectors hate each other. I mean, they are kind of similar, but again, they're two different types of thing. Nendroids are much more expensive. Funko Pops are cheaper. So yeah, obviously, Nendroids having accessories, interchangeable parts, better paint jobs than a $10 mass-produced figure is obviously going to happen. It's just, it's just different kinds of things. Do different kind of things, just like here. Very fun Funko Versus here. So I hope you all enjoyed taking a look at both of these. I know it kind of doubled as a before you buy for the Yami Marik and also just a general Funko Pop review on this Toy Temple Yami Marik. But I hope you guys enjoyed looking at both of them today. And I had a lot of fun checking them out. Very gorgeous. I love seeing, my stuff in person, unfortunately, just because I don't have a lot of display space. Most of my stuff is still in box. So it's nice to be able to open it up, check it out, getting that excitement that I saw when I first saw reveals of the pictures of sculpts of paints, different things like that. So I'm very happy to give these Mariks both some fresh air. So I hope you all enjoyed this journey with me. Still have a little bit more to pick up. Did put together some of his stuff, put his parts back into the box in that little segment I cut out. So, but do still have some work ahead of me. So let me go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then I will be back again on Sunday with another Alley Chat. Now, Alley Chat is that bi-weekly segment. Perhaps this is the first time you're here. Not sure if new people are going to be searching for Yami Marik Toy Temple reviews, but I'll put that in the tags. Maybe some of you guys will show up. So if you're new here, we do have an Alley Chat coming up this weekend. That's just a little Alley gets ready, does her makeup, and just chats with you guys about different things I'll be talking about in this weekend's episode, looking to the future, plans for 2021, and also upcoming episodes for the rest of this month. So make sure to join me here. That'll be on Sunday at 12:45 p.m. But that is it. Otherwise, until the next week, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. Comments for me. Which one would you rather have in your collection? Let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, I'd love to have you with us here. So make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But otherwise, thank you for joining me here as I unearth these two treasures here at the Trove. Can't wait to catch you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Be safe. And I'll be back in just a couple of days. Bye!